Hey, y'all, and welcome to a Just 10 Christ centered yoga practice. So, if you have 10 minutes, I invite you to find a seat. Even if you don't have a mat, find a seat on your carpet, in the grass, on a towel, whatever works for you. And just breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Today, we're going to do some hip opener stretches. And these hip opener stretches helps us to release the emotions that women most times carry in their hips. Just find this present moment. Meet Jesus on your mat and breathe. Set an intention for these 10 minutes. Why are you here? What do you need to hear from Jesus? And what baggage did you bring into this stretch? I love to journal, and I just began a new journal about women in the Bible. And I opened it to this page that struck me. It says 4 Old Testament women appear in Jesus' genealogy in Matthew 1. All of them with baggage. Tamar, Rahab, Bathsheba, and Ruth. It seems God was demonstrating that Jesus is a Savior for all people. I want you to use your inner torso to inhale your right leg up and simply turn it outwards. It can be messy, does not have to be perfect, but use that inner torso as much as possible and try your best to keep your hips planted. Breathe, exhale. Then inhale back to where your soles of the feet meet. This is a messy practice session today because our emotions are messy. I want you to inhale that left leg outwards so that your knee meets the right sole of your feet. Exhale as it lands on the mat. Inhale, bringing it back to where the soles of your feet meet. Exhale as you fall into butterfly. Reposition yourself. If comfortable, you can grab your ankles or your toes and just breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. What are you carrying today? What's a part of your story? What are you holding within? How can you release that to Jesus on your mat today? And know that He sees your baggage and He loves you still. When ready, I want you to take your right arm and loop it under your right leg. Then I want you to take your left hand and press it on your knee. This is a great hip opener, a great way to let go of those emotions. When you feel a stretch, that's the point where you stop. You should not feel pain in this stretch. You should only feel a stretch in your hips, a hip opening stretch. Breathe into that space. How can you create more space there? Inhale and exhale. Ruth carried the baggage of grief. Tamar betrayed by family, carried the baggage of shame. Bathsheba, manipulated by a king who was absolutely a man after God's own heart, but still manipulated by him, carried the baggage of shame and guilt. Rahab was known as a prostitute. She carried the baggage of ridicule and judgment from others. Whenever you're ready, I want you to come back to that butterfly position, unlooping your arm and breathing in that central location, inhaling and exhaling. And whenever you're ready, we're going to switch to the opposite side, looping that left arm under the left leg and taking that right hand and pressing on that right knee. Because of your past, because of your baggage, what are you carrying? These women, despite their past, was mentioned in Jesus' genealogy. You, in spite of your past, is mentioned in Jesus' genealogy. You are in his book of life. What does that mean for you today? As you think about the different emotions you're carrying and what baggage is connected to. How does it connect with your heart to know that you still mean so much to God? Oftentimes, we try to hide what we are feeling about who we are. We carry shame. We carry guilt. We carry grief. We carry anger and resentment and all of these things within. And these emotions, if not released, can harm our bodies. Disease causes disease. We must be in the practice of letting go. When you're ready, I want you to unloop your arm and join me back in seated butterfly, inhaling and exhaling and meditating on what Jesus specifically spoke to you today. Thank you for joining our Just 10 Christ-centered practice.